working with your element. This is the first of these videos. Today we're talking about water. Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Amy. If you are new here, I am a witch, a spiritual guide, and an energy healer. It's a mouthful. You try saying it. And if you're not new here, welcome. Stoked that you're here. Today we're going to talk about how to work with your element, how to expand your elemental power as a witch. So if you watched my previous video, which I will link somewhere, about how to figure out what your element is and also about what elemental magic is, then maybe you're here because you've decided that you have the water element and that is prominent for you and you're interested in learning how to exercise that. Maybe you're just here because you're interested in learning how to exercise water magic. Whatever it is, I'm stoked that you're here. So today we're going to talk about just easy ways that you can practice manipulating your element, in this case, water. So actually working with water is simple in that it is easy to find. I'm not saying it's a simple element to be working with, but it is easy to find. Water is everywhere. You can get water out of a water bottle, right? You can find it in puddles, lakes, rivers, the tap, the tub. There's a lot of possibilities as far as water goes. The thing to remember is that the larger amount of water it is, the more power you will have to exert, at least in the beginning. Rivers and oceans and lakes and rain and pools, like large pools, swimming pools, things like that, are going to be more taxing and more difficult to maneuver, manipulate, compel, than, say, the water in a small bowl, which is actually what we're going to start with. So to start practicing your water magic, the first thing I want you to do is to get a small bowl. Any small bowl will do. I want to say preferably not plastic, but that's just because I have a little bit of a hatred of plastic, but I still use it. So, I mean, whatever kind of bowl that you have, if you have a sacred one for your workings, that's great. If not, it doesn't matter. It could be a cereal bowl. Grab a bowl, put some water in it, and put it on a flat, unmoving surface. Something that you can't, something that you won't easily be knocking into. So the dining room table, the floor, or a counter, these are all really solid options. And then you just want to make sure that you're sitting far enough away from it that you won't be affecting it if you move. So if you put it on the floor, you don't want to put it in your lap, right? And you want to sit far enough back that you won't be bumping it with your foot or your fingers or whatever. And then you also don't want to be so close to it that your breath will move the water also. So the idea is that we are going to use our will to move the water. So you don't want to be somewhere where lots of other outside influences can move the water, because then you won't know if you're doing it, and then you're going to second guess yourself, and then you're not going to believe. And magic is really, it hinges on belief, right? You have to believe that you can do this, or else there's like a 90% chance you won't be able to, right? So get your bowl of water, put it in front of you wherever you are, and then I want you to essentially start meditating. Instead of looking into a candle flame or closing your eyes and focusing on your higher self or your chakras, you're going to gaze into the water. And you don't want to gaze into it like from right above it. You want to be back a little bit. So it's almost like scrying, where you set yourself up to gaze into the water without your reflection being in it. And what I want you to do is focus on the water. This is a sort of meditation. It's not a guided meditation, but it is a sort of meditation, because what you're going to be doing is focusing on the water as a whole. And then you're going to focus on the water in smaller parts. In your mind, I want you to focus on the water as an element. Think about its texture. Think about how it feels to touch it. Think about how it feels when it moves. Think about how it feels when you're underwater. Think about what water is, what the substance is, how it brings life, and how it breathes and how it moves on its own and how it has life. I want you to look into the water and begin to perceive the elements that make water. I want the water to become very small, numerous, infinite amounts of water particles. I want you to see the energy in the water, right? And if you need to close your eyes to do this, you can, but then you won't know. You won't know what's happening. So you can close your eyes for this part if it's easier for you to visualize what water is, to feel the water, to become one with the water, right? But really, you want to immerse your spirit in the water, and you want to immerse your spirit. You want to immerse the water in your spirit. So you want to be putting your energy into the water, intermingling with the energy of the water, and just feeling it fully in your soul and in your mind. And then I want you to focus on the water becoming alive, because it is, the water being alive, and then the water moving. Live objects breathe, they move, they get up and walk around, they fly, right? Water flows. I want you to focus on the flow of the water and allow it to move. Keep it up. Keep practicing. Don't stop. Do it as many times as you want to. Do it for as long as you want to. 2 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes. And then if you start to get frustrated, disconnected, disparaged, that could be a word. English major right here. Take a break. Come back to it tomorrow. Come back to it next week. But just like anything that requires practice, just like working out, you have to move your muscles, right? You can't just do it once and then say, I'll never be fit and give up, right? So work those water moving muscles, right? You could also do it in a glass of water. It doesn't have to be a bowl. Glasses are fun because they're clear sometimes and you can like see the water and that's it. That is your homework. Go and play with water, okay? Telepathic water play. That's what this is. And then I want you to tell me about it in the comments down below or send me a DM on Instagram. Either one is totally fine. It's a great way to get a hold of me. I try to respond to everybody who comments. I can't always, but I really, really try to respond to everybody who leaves me comments or leaves me DMs. So give it a try. Tell me how it goes. If you have other exercises that you already do with water, I would love to hear about those as well. Leave it in the comments down below. Again, like I said, if you're not following me on Instagram already, check it out. I put the things that I'm working on there, my blog posts, inspirational thoughts, and spiritual thoughts. I don't know if they're all inspirational. And also projects I'm working on. When I was painting my sigils, I put up a series about that. And I put pictures and videos of my dog as well. So, I mean, who doesn't love my dog? And if you would like to support me making more content like this, you want to see more videos like this or something else, like say you want to influence the kind of videos that I make. Say you want to have a vote and you want to be a part of an online spiritual community. If you want to be a part of that inner circle, check out my Patreon, consider supporting me there. I want to write a book, I want to make materials for you guys, and it will be so much easier for me if you support me on Patreon. Honestly, you even just being here is wonderful. I'm only making these videos because of you guys. It's everything. That is everything. That being said, I have a shout out to make. This is not a Patreon supporter, but it is somebody who recently joined our little community here on YouTube and then immediately followed me on Instagram. And I'm going to try not to cry while I talk about this. This person is amazing and is an example of exactly why I'm here. I've always said that if I touch one person, if I affect one person, if I help one person, then that is everything. That's enough. That means I've succeeded in some way. This person, I'm going to put a screen cap up here. This person told me that my videos were really helpful, which first of all just about made me cry. And then they went and posted a link to my channel on the r/witch Reddit, thread, and I couldn't be more thankful for people like you. You're why I'm here, and so that's my shout out. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. If you're not a water element and you never watch this video, I'm sorry, but everybody who watches this video will know what you did for me, and that I'm about to cry on camera for it. So thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. And as always, have a blessed, beautiful day.